for those who are getting less than 80 percentile in the mocks, the thing is that you need to learn from the solutions and you need to practice those sets again. Now, once you learn any set from the solution, what you need to do is, after say a couple of weeks or 3 weeks, you need to take that mock again, and this time in a 1 hour time, and you need to find that if you are able to recall the particular solution or not, or you are able to think another way or not. You have to just practice and keep taking mocks. It's actually that how many sets you have practiced. Like if someone has solved 500 sets, then the chances of getting a 99 percentile or 99.9 percentile for that person are going to be much higher than someone who has solved just 100 sets. It is like a database which you have in your mind. Like the more number of sets you solve from the past year mocks only, because they are mostly unconventional, then the better chances you have to solve any new set that you come across in the CAT examination. Now, for someone who is scoring between 80 and 99 percentile and wants to get more than 99 percentile in CAT, there can be two problems that you would be facing. Accuracy is one of the issues that you would be facing, or it's quite possible that you would be solving only around 11 to 12 questions, then you would be missing out on some of the easy questions as well. For those who are struggling with accuracy, in the mock analysis, they usually give you a detailed overview of what's your accuracy is in each of the particular data type and everything. For that, you need to check where are you struggling, and even if you are doing a few data sets accurately, then you need to check that what is the time that you are taking. You find that you could use the time, just you practice more. Again, I would not suggest you that you should check the solution of each of and every set, but only those which you are struggling with. Just keep taking mocks and keep practicing. That's what I can say. And now the main thing, how are you going to approach the paper in the CAT examination? You just need to skim through all the 5 sets, and you need to prioritize like which all sets you are going to do first and which all you are going to leave or you are going to attempt at the last, because starting with the right set is very, very crucial. And during my CAT 2017 attempt, I had started with the right set and I had prioritized well, while in the CAT 2019 attempt, I had started with the most difficult set I had found, because I was overconfident that I would be able to solve all of them, and I failed in my goals actually. Another thing that I want to convey is that always prefer DI sets over LR sets. Now, the reason behind this is that for DI sets, you are always going to get the accurate answer. You will have to do some calculations, but you will be sure of your answers. There are no more possibilities of any more conditions or any more cases. And what I have solved, this is going to be the answer. It may take a couple of minutes or 4 to 5 minutes more, but I would always say that prefer DI over LR. For selecting the LR sets, what you need to do is avoid complicated sets, like sets which are having too many variables or too many conditions mentioned. Even if the passage is very long, then you may ignore it for a while. The second thing that you need to check is that if there are questions starting with the word if, it is the case, then most likely there are going to be too many cases in that question. So you can ignore that set as for a while. For MCQ versus theta, if all the 4 options in the MCQ, they have a definite answer, that is options A, B, C, D all have name of one of the person, then it's fine. Option A has 1 or 2 or 3, something with or word is mentioned in the option, then it's very likely that there are more cases and more conditions, which I would not suggest you to start with in the LRDI section. You are not able to find any particular MCQ set uh, which you should start with, then it can be recommended that you can start with theta sets as well. Because if you are able to solve it, then definitely you are going to get a definite answer. And there's no scope of too many cases over there. And how you are going to manage your time during the attempt of the CAT paper. So for attempting the CAT paper, you need to prioritize all the sets first. You need to know that which set you are going to attempt first and which set you are going to attempt next. And how to go from 99 plus to 99.9 plus, I'll discuss it later.